Alright, so what I was talking about here, all racing.
Yeah, well, when it comes to auto racing, I would want to say the all racing is a spectacular and origin is everything you would be looking for after that decade. What I really should give a go about all this, all, even new racing. So what year this is? I get 48. And so all this picture, all these people, and I mean, everything in the universe and everything. I still can say I'm here to the biggest wasting of the opportunities and terror. But no problem. Let's just hang on and looking after the next opportunity. So what is here? When it comes to this racing cars, there is accident. Why should I care? So when it comes to huge book like the Grand Prix of the Monte Carlo or Monaco, as they are more used to be this name. So why should we care of this? So we have a France language example here. La veloce l'avant, come porterò di causa da titolo campi di Europe. The question is the question, why should we care of the France language example? So there is 100 million people, even the billions people. But 100 million people who speak in France isn't perhaps enough. For let's say there's 300 million people who actually fluently can't be in a war. But either way, so what is my point of the whole road through this book around I'm looking for? There's plenty of the picture all around the book. But is there anything more stable? Socialization. Why the human languages have come up? When it was a tribe community, everybody had their own languages, but the nationalities and it seems to be the human society in general have been integrated. Have been crowded, this true. So why should we care like the 60s or 70s? And who these people like care? Like here, it was just big shunt.
Lorenzo Bandini criait mon poil gênant, Bolin France Flamens, Boyi, Naz Martin.
Right, but who said the things have to go? But anyway, it's a human mind and think of the things can be inevitable, but do you really, there's no human who stick to the time or who doesn't move on as a change. I mean, this all years where it is all coming for. And so I'm here doing something I've already presented all around here times and times and times over. So alright, I'm looking for something new better here. Alright, it's not just of this book, but it's in general. The meaning of the situation at here. I'm looking for my opportunities to go in for moving towards and change. And then some things might be here to stopping of the gaining of what you actually situation. You really would be care of what you would really be about. Everything being about. So when it comes to this kind of books, you gotta be yourself to consider the most what I wanna be to, who's my favorite, why I should be so something around here. Alright, there is somebody have been pretty heavily bloated in the wall, etc. right there. And I immediately can see who is a favorite of the who. And just seeing a few of couple things around here. So the friend is the most divulgation around here. And all these books, hundreds photos all around. Why should be stupid? Who the people are here? The French people, Italian people, friends in general. But when it comes to African people have been involved in this sport particularly, and that's they bad. It's nothing I can basically in the past, and I cannot change the past. As I said, the past is past. The past is the natural outcome of the newest change. And my role, I have to be taking a role of just vocally, just to repeat the most obvious things. I would call it Mr. Doctor Obvious, and so on. Mr. Obvious it seems to be my general nickname because I just seems to repeat the same message all over again. Things to the people like they are alive and giving something commentation about the stance, the condition, what make other people really intensify hostile against the so-called agent about my own behavior. So this book, have I done it with this book? So why I should be ever in a single moment to dedicate with this big book? But again, what other book is better to show that if it wouldn't be this book? Is it some particular other book what could be a really sunit and changing and being something entirely completely different? Alright, I'm gonna be looking for after the answer to that sooner or later, but so far I just hang on here and look into Jaguar countdown. So this is the count of cars. I don't particularly see myself any impotence owning some cars, so indication or some nice flat apartment. I mean, owning anything is always temporary. And if you cannot use full extent or something, it's useless. It's like you own so many things, but you don't ever be around them, or you don't just feel that you actually own an engine of them because you never use them. And I can't believe that one of poor case. I mean, one of the things is to get money policy now. Let's talk it straight. The money is something what is of course inevitable in the modern world. I can tell. I don't say it's obvious, inevitable or anything, but when it came to system of the creation of the economical changing, it's obvious that the world or the people change the goods between this money and the count of the mathematical apparent. We don't need to mathematical apparent is money would be around, the people would be of course that so if there is nothing to go around, the people wouldn't be really doing anything. So it's really obvious. It's better to have to do actually something than to actually nothing to do. So I'm really quickly already here. Now one of my favorite years of these books. We have a more color and more differentiation example here. The colorful 80, 70 definitely was colorful. Nature was, but when it comes to pictures, the colors of course are more obvious in 80. Because the 80s that somehow the main change over the 70s. There's the pictures here. The resolution is actually pretty much the same it was in the 60s, 70s. When we here in the early 70s. Then the black and white picture was very well, but the color film was already invented over 100 years ago. It was obvious that many people could already get in the similar quality to the black and white in even the 1950s, and then the price was simply overtaken. So why is it something style or something? Why the people didn't want to change the black and white to put colors? When we put in colors in the picture, it's simple, amazing change in somehow. But again, is this picture already from a 1970 season? Already in just the same as it would be just the latest F1 seasons in the 1960s. It's not much a change it has actually given me an impression. You might be getting more resolution, modern cameras and modern video equipment, but you basically are still this back the same. Alright, here it comes. This book, it uses to me somehow. I mean, you love some big books, but if you're rich man only. But if you have enough pennies and money, just let them over. And problem is when you bought somebody something except 100, what was the price of would be just 5 years later? It's pretty much the condition. This kind of book is as good as it was in a few years ago. So what I should be doing? Should I be getting the money of this book to purchase it back, or should I just come to the fork on that occasion? So what is the price? I would want to pay as much money. I would be better if all the universe of the money of everything exists. It would be just transferred to me if I would get that. But I don't think so. It's obvious that I would be really have a chance to change this book called the every money of the universe. The problem would be perhaps the inflation of the money, but when nobody else have money than I do, what everybody else just reboot of the money system, it would be of use. The orientation to a migration, well, whatever it takes. I'm just occasionally happy if anybody watching. But I will just make sure I will be happy for probably 5 billion, 5 trillion US dollar to change this book. I don't think this happens.